He designed homes for Hollywood's biggest stars, Frank Sinatra, Lucille Ball. But when he met with clients, he couldn't even sit next to them. So he learned to draw upside down across the table. And somehow, that same man became the first black graduate of USC's architecture program. Paul R. Williams was born in Los Angeles to parents who had moved from Memphis, Tennessee. By the time he was 4 years old, both of his parents passed from tuberculosis. He and his brother were separated, placed in different foster homes. He grew up alone. At school, he was often the only black child in the room, and when he said he wanted to become an architect, people didn't encourage him. They warned him. A teacher told him, "No one will hire a black architect, and black clients won't be able to afford one." In other words, there was no place for him. But he didn't walk away. He leaned in, he trained, worked under established architects, learned the craft, refined his skill, and even early on, he showed what he was capable of. He won a major architectural competition at just 25 years old, and in 1919, he did something almost unheard of at the time. He became the first black graduate from USC's architecture program. Within just a few years, he was licensed as a California architect, becoming the first black architect west of the Mississippi. He was appointed to the Los Angeles Planning Commission and running his own practice. But the reality didn't change. Clients still hesitated, still doubted, still kept their distance. So he adapted. When clients refused to sit beside him, he didn't argue. He adjusted. He learned to sketch upside down, across the table, so they wouldn't have to sit next to him. Think about that. The man designing their homes had to make them comfortable first, and it worked. Paul Williams became known as the architect of the stars. He designed for Hollywood's elite, the people who define status, the people who define success, and over the course of his career, he would design more than 2,000 buildings, homes, landmarks, spaces that still stand today. His homes weren't just structures, they were statements, clean, elegant, timeless. He helped define what luxury looked like in Los Angeles, quietly, consistently, at the highest level. But his influence went beyond houses. During World War II, he worked as an architect for the United States Navy, and later, he even designed futuristic transportation systems, imagining how cities could move people in entirely new ways. He wrote books on design, published a powerful essay titled "I Am a Negro" for American Magazine in 1937, explaining what it meant to succeed in a world that didn't expect you to. And then he designed something even bigger, St. Jude Children's Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee, built for his friend who asked him to, Danny Thomas, a place that would go on to help save thousands of lives. Think about that. A man once told there was no place for him, helped build one of the most important places in the world. But even with all of that, the tension never fully disappeared. A man designing for the most powerful people in Hollywood still had to adjust himself just to be accepted in the room. He built the spaces, but wasn't always fully welcomed inside them. Paul R. Williams became the first black member of the American Institute of Architects, the first black fellow of the AIA, and one of the most influential architects of his time. His work still stands today. His designs still shape how we see success. And decades later, he received one of architecture's highest honors, the AIA Gold Medal. 37 years after his death, he didn't just design homes, he designed access, he designed perception, he designed possibility. And somehow, the man who helped define Hollywood was never fully part of it.